Hello, friends. We are again with the summary of Act 1, and this is the part 4 of my summary, A Doll's House, written by Henrik Ibsen. We were discussing that Nora and Mrs. Linde are conversing in the drawing room of Nora's apartment, whereas Dr. Rank is meeting with Helmer, the husband of Nora, in the study room. Nora and Mrs. Linde both are exchanging their past lives. How did they spend that past life and what difficulties, what problems they faced in the past. Mrs. Linde told Nora about herself that her husband died and he left nothing for her, so she is still facing the economic problem. Therefore, she wants that a kind of should be given to her by the approach of Mrs. Nora to Helmer, who is a big officer in the bank. Nora also exchanges, also converses, tells Mrs. Linde about herself that she has also not been very happy in the past because of the economic conditions. Because she mentions that how Helmer, his husband, fell ill, and the doctors advised him to go on a trip in the warm places and stay there for some time so that he could recover. And he became ill because of the hard work, because of the long and continuous work in the company he was employed. So, in this way, both of them are exchanging their views, their problems, their difficulties, and about their past lives. Now, when they're discussing, Nora tells Mrs. Linde that she has something to make, there is something to make her feel proud and happy. Because Mrs. Linde told her that Nora has not experienced any kind of troubles, any kind of burdens of life. So, on being said this way, Nora explains that it's not true. She has also faced many troubles and burdens of life in the past. So, she says that Nora is just a child so far as the bigger responsibilities and difficulties of life are concerned, as Mrs. Linde says. She is just a child and she has nothing, no problem according to her. She has a good husband, she has children, she has apartment. So, what kind of the problems she faced? On being said by Mrs. Linde in this way, Nora says that she should not look down upon her on the supposition that the Nora had no problems, no troubles. So, Mrs. Linde should not think like that. She has also reasons to feel proud because she also had accomplished something. So Nora now discloses the secret that she is proud, although she faced difficulties in the past, but she is proud of those difficulties, those problems. Then Mrs. Linde asks what Nora had done. So Mrs. Linde asks curiously, what kind of the thing that she has done for which she is very much proud. So Nora says that the thing that she has done is very much secret and she would not like to tell her secret to anyone else. And she is very proud of that and she is glad that she had saved her husband's life. So this was the secret. Although Nora didn't want to say anyone, but here we see that she is saying this secret, disclosing this secret to Mrs. Linde. So Mrs. Linde asks her how she helped. So the secret was that she helped, or she saved the life of her husband, Helmer. So Mrs. Linde inquiries or eagerly asks, how did she save her husband's life? Nora then gives a brief account of how and what she had done for that. So she explains her that her husband had undertaken a trip to Italy because the doctor advised him to go and stay in warm climate. So he was ill, he was sick. Her husband was sick, and the doctor advised him to go in warm climate for some time and stay there. Therefore, they had to go to Italy. Then Linde says that she has already told her about this. कि भाई ये बात तो तुमने पहले से बता दी मुझे, लिंडे कह रही है उसको. तो नोरा कहती है कि even Torvald has the impression that the money had come from her father, but actually her father had not given a single shilling. So here Nora means to say that it's okay that the doctor advised him to go in the warm climate. So it's not a strange thing, but the strange thing was that they could not afford this. They did not have that much money. She did not have that much money to go on that trip and keep Helmer in the warm places. Therefore, even Torvald के दिमाग में भी था कि Nora has taken money from her father for that because they could not afford. So the money had come from her father, but the reality was that her father had not given a single shilling to them. तो नोरा ये कह रही है कि हालांकि टोरवेल्ड को भी ये इम्प्रेशन था कि पैसा जो है कि नोरा के फादर से आया है, लेकिन ये सत्य नहीं है. दिस इज़ नॉट ट्रू. इवन a single shilling has not been given her father. So Nora says that she has managed herself the money just to save the life of her husband. So this creates a curiosity in the mind of Mrs. Linde, and she wants to explore the secret, how she could get the money, from where she could get the money, and what was all these things were. So Mrs. Linde puzzled Nora's explanation about the money. So Mrs. Linde puzzled how she could get the money and from where she could manage the money and then saved her husband's life. So Nora is here giving the explanation, that is disclosing her secret. She says that being a wife or being a woman, she could not have borrowed the money without her husband's consent, because nobody would like to give the money to a woman whose husband is there. So without his permission, nobody would give the money. And it's not also proper for a woman to borrow the money without the consent of her husband. So Nora had committed some improper act in this regard. That is what she wants to disclose to Mrs. Linde. And Nora also asked if it is improper for a woman to save her husband's life. So in order to save the life of the husband, can a woman not go for some improper act? So here we see that how the woman consider to borrow the money as an improper act. That it's not good for a woman to borrow the money, though it is for the sake of goodness, though it is for the sake of to save the life of someone who is very much close to them. So Mrs. Linde says that it seems improper that a woman should get money from another man without the knowledge of her husband. So same thing Mrs. Linde also says, that it is not proper for a woman to get money from another man without the consent of her husband. So Nora says yes, it was absolutely necessary that her husband should know what she had got the money, from where she has got the money, because he was in a critical condition. But she did not tell all these things to her husband because he was in a critical condition. So it was not necessary at all to know where the money has come from by the husband, बिकॉज ही वॉज इन ए क्रिटिकल कंडीशन. इसलिए कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है कि उसको ये पता हो ही, क्योंकि वो क्रिटिकल कंडीशन में है. तो नाउ द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एंड द ड्यूटी ऑफ द सेकेंड पर्सन, दैट इज़ द वुमन और द वाइफ, टू थिंक फॉर द सेक ऑफ हर हस्बैंड. So in order to hide this fact, Nora had therefore pretended that she was desirous of traveling abroad like other young wives. So Nora here concealed the fact from Helmer that she has taken or borrowed some money from someone else for the sake or for to save the life of Helmer. But instead, she tells him that she has a desire to go on a trip and she is pregnant. Therefore, she was desirous of traveling abroad like the other young wives. So the woman who is pregnant must have a desire, and it is the duty of the husband to fulfill that desire in that period. This is said. Therefore, she told Helmer that in view of her pregnant condition, he should be kind and should comply with her wish to travel abroad. And therefore, she took her husband abroad in the warm climate. So, Mrs. Lindy then asked if Nora's husband never come to know from Nora's father that the money for the journey had come from her father. कि कभी नोरा के हस्बैंड को ये पता ही नहीं चला कि पैसा जो है कि नोरा के फादर से आया है. इस बात पे जो है कि नोरा कहती है कि नो, बिकॉज हर फादर हैड डाइड जस्ट एट दैट मोमेंट, एट दैट टाइम, कि उसके पिताजी उसी समय एक्सपायर हो गए थे. इसलिए ये बात डिस्क्लोज नहीं हुई कि भाई ये पैसा कहाँ से आया है, अर्थात उसके यहाँ से आया है या नहीं आया है. Then Nora also says that Helmer is an independent-minded person. He has a strong sense of self-respect, and therefore it would upset him greatly if he were to know that he owes her anything. इसलिए अगर उसको, क्योंकि वो इंडिपेंडेंट क्वालिटी का आदमी है हेल्मर, और वो जो है कि अगर उसको ये पता लग जाता कि उसकी वाइफ ने उसके लिए कुछ किया है, तो ये बात उसको अपसेट करती, और इसलिए वो नहीं चाहता था कि वो अपनी वाइफ का ऋणी हो, अर्थात किसी भी बात से ऋणी हो. सो हियर, क्योंकि अगर ऐसा उसको पता लग जाता, तो नोरा कहती है कि उनकी जो लाइफ है, उनका जो रिलेशनशिप है, वो बहुत ही बुरी तरह प्रभावित होता, अर्थात उसमें ब्रेक आ जाता. इसलिए नोरा hid this secret, concealed this secret, kept this thing secret from Helmer. Then we have the title, The Financial Difficulties Nora Has Been Facing. So, as she took money for the sake of her husband to save his life from another man, so she had to face many difficulties. She had to cut many expenditures, many housekeeping expenditures, and she saved the money, not spending a single penny for herself. She saved the money from the money that was given by her husband for housekeeping. So Nora asked that Mrs. Lindy still thinks that she is of no use. She then says that this affair about the money which she had raised for the sake of her husband has been a cause of a great anxiety to her. So, because it was not easy for her to pay this money back in the installments, it was very difficult for her, because from where she would bring that installments money. So, it's not only the original amount, but the interest on it was also to be paid. So not only it was the original amount, but she had to pay the interest. Therefore, it was not easy for her to fulfill the conditions for the repayment. So, she had not been able to save money that she gets from her husband for housekeeping. Therefore, she was in a very tight position, but even then, somehow she managed. And this was a great thing that she kept this secret from her husband and how she managed to repay that loan. Therefore, she has been buying the simplest and cheapest things for herself and Torvald as we noticed it. इसलिए उसने हमेशा सस्ती चीज़ें खरीदती थी बाज़ार से और हेल्मर ने इस चीज़ को नोटिस भी किया था कि ये कैसे मतलब जो है कि ऐसे हो गई है. इस प्रकार से नोरा हैड बीन अ वेरी हार्ड लाइफ and she has been earning money through work. She also worked very hard. She also did some extra work. Many times she used to feel dead tired, but all the same, it was a great pleasure. But at that time, she also felt great pleasure that she has saved her husband's life. That she was feeling an important as a man. That is, she did like a man. She worked like a man. Then there came the end of the Nora's financial worries because gradually the loan became slower and was being completed. So she doesn't know the exact amount she has been able to pay. The only thing that she knows was that she was paying every penny that she could save. So she says that now her anxiety in this respect has come to an end. Kyun? Because now her husband Helmer has also got a new job in a big company, new officer with a big salary. Therefore, she doesn't bother anymore about the man who helped her. So when it was asked by Mrs. Linde from where she got the money, from which man, so she doesn't tell her, and she says she doesn't bother. So in view of new job that her husband is going to take up, she will be perfectly free from all care. She would be able to keep the house beautifully and arrange everything just as likes it. So now she would be able to make a wage, that is, afford a pleasure trip. So now she is in a good condition and she can now also afford a good trip. So this was the talk that was running between Nora and Mrs. Linde in the drawing room of their apartment. At that moment, now Krogstad, another man, enters in the apartment, comes there. A bell is heard at this point. Then Mrs. Linde gets up saying that she had better go now. She says that it is better for her to go now. Nora said, it's okay, you sit down please, no need for her to go, because nobody would disturb them in this room. They are quite okay there. And the visitor who has rung the bell must have come to see her husband. तो नोरा कहती है कि कोई आया है मिलने तो उसके हस्बैंड से मिलने आया होगा. Nobody would disturb them. So just then the servant appears and he says that there is someone who wants to meet Helmer, wants to meet Torvald. Nora asks who the visitor is. So the name that came was the Krogstad. He appears at the door and he says that he wants to see Mr. Hammer. Nora asked him why he wants to see her husband. It means that Nora was also not familiar with Krogstad up to now. So Krogstad replies that he wants to see Mr. Helmer in connection with some bank's business. He explains that he is also working in the same bank and therefore he wants to meet Helmer. Because Helmer will be the new manager of the bank. So Krogstad further says that it's only a business matter. So Nora tells it's okay, then now you go to the study room where Helmer is sitting. So you can meet there. And we know that in the study room there is already Dr. Rang who is sitting with Mr. Helmer, Torvald Helmer. So Krogstad now goes to the study, and then Nora has shut the door behind him. Mrs. Linde then inquires, "Who is this man?" Nora replies that he is a lawyer. He is a lawyer of the name whose name is Krogstad. And Mrs. Linde says that she had in that case made no mistake because she knew him to be Krogstad. कि वो तो जानती है उसको, मिसेज लिंडे ने कहा, क्योंकि ये जो है कि उसने भी जो है इस व्यक्ति को बहुत पहले अपने काम से लिया था कि एक बार उसको सॉलिसिटर क्लर्क जो है कि अपना बनाया था. नोरा सेज यस, he is the same man because she too knows that she had been a solicitor's clerk at one time. So एक बार ये solicitor clerk रहा था तो इसलिए कोर्ट केसेस वगैरह को डील करता था, तो डेफिनेटली ये वही व्यक्ति है. तो मिसेज लिंडे कहती हैं कि द मैन इज़ ग्रेटली चेंज फ्रॉम वॉट ही यूज टू बी, कि अब ये व्यक्ति बहुत बदल गया है. तो नोरा कहती है कि बिकॉज ही हैड ऑल्सो चेंज बिकॉज he had made a very unhappy marriage. इसका मतलब कि the man is now most probably a widower, and Nora says yes, he is a widower with several children. So Mrs. Linde says that she has heard that he is carrying on various kinds of business. Nora asks in surprise if that is really so. Nora says that he might be carrying on some kind of business about which, however, she knows nothing. Then Nora says that the talk of business tires some of her and that they should avoid this subject. So it's not their subject to talk, so they should avoid it. So this is all for today, dear friends. I hope you will enjoy this detailed summary of our Act 1 of this play, A Doll's House. Very interesting play written by Henrik Ibsen. So thank you again very much. See you.